Hello everyone. Today let's discuss about basophilic stippling. So basophilic stippling is spontaneous aggregates of ribosomes and polyribosomes within erythrocytes. Basophilic stippling can be noticed in both reticulocytes and metarubricites, which is also called as nucleated RBCs. So again, basophilic stippling can be classified into two types based upon the way they appear. First one is punctate basophilic granules, where you can see the basophilic granules dispersed throughout the reticulocytes. They do appear like chocolate cookie. And the second one is reticulated basophilic granules, where they appear like this. And these cells can be very well visualized in new methylene blue stain and not in other Romanowsky or Wright stains. So basophilic stippling is expected to be seen in a response to anemia, a marked regenerative response, and it can also be seen in dysplastic regenerative response. What is dysplastic regenerative response? Before that, we need to know what is the normal regenerative response. So whenever there is anemia due to hemorrhage or hemolysis, nucleated RBCs will be there, and reticulocytes will also be released, and mature erythrocytes will also be there. But the percentage varies. In normal regenerative response, you will see mature erythrocytes will be abundant, and reticulocytes will be lesser than mature erythrocytes, and metarubricites or nucleated RBCs will be much lesser than reticulocytes. So this is normal ratio in regenerative response. But in dysplastic regenerative response, you will see reverse NRBC and reticulocyte ratio, where nucleated RBCs will be much higher than reticulocytes. That is commonly seen in lead poisoning. And in lead poisoning, you will see reticulocytosis in the absence of polychromasia or anemic changes. Alright. And coming to assessment of feline smear for regenerative response, you need to consider two important cells. That is, one is punctate reticulocytes, another one is aggregate reticulocytes. So in normal non-anemic cats, circulating aggregate reticulocytes are only 0 to 1%, but punctate reticulocytes can be present up to 10% in non-anemic cats. Whenever there is anemia due to hemorrhage or hemolysis, the bone marrow will push and release aggregate reticulocytes into circulation to compensate anemia. Coming to here in this diagram, if you see, in response to anemia, bone marrow is releasing reticulocytes. They are non-nucleated erythrocytes. And we have compared two different stains, new methylene blue stain and Wright stain. So when you smear with a normal Wright stain, you will see polychromasia, like polychromatophilic erythrocytes, and you will also see macrocytosis. These two cells, when present in large numbers, you will assess that there is a good regenerative response. But the importance of using new methylene blue stain in felines is because it will distinctly differentiate between punctate reticulocytes and aggregate reticulocytes. So actually you can count number of aggregate reticulocytes and punctate reticulocytes, and then you can use it to evaluate the regenerative response in cats. That's exactly why Aggregate reticulocytes are the markers for regenerative anemia in cats, and the maturation is like a metarubricite will become an aggregate reticulocyte, and that will become a punctate reticulocyte, and punctate reticulocyte will mature to become a mature erythrocyte. I hope this video was informative. Thank you so much for watching.